the stone that never left his hand. The morning sun was rising gently over Jerusalem, painting the streets with its golden warmth. People gathered early around Jesus, longing for the words that gave hope to the broken, strength to the weary, and light to the lost. His voice, full of grace and truth, echoed through the temple courts as he taught the crowds. Suddenly, the calm was shattered. A group of religious leaders stormed in, dragging a woman through the crowd. Her clothes were torn, her face marked with shame, and her eyes swollen from weeping. She didn't need anyone to tell her the verdict. Her fate was already written in the cold stares and angry fists of her accusers. "Teacher," one of them shouted, loud enough for everyone to hear. This woman was caught in the very act of adultery. The law of Moses commands us to stone her. But what do you say? The question was not born from their pursuit of justice, but from their hunger to trap Jesus. If he said, "Let her go," he would be accused of violating the law. If he said, "Stone her," he would lose his reputation as the friend of sinners. The crowd held its breath. The woman waited for the first stone to fly. But Jesus did not answer. He bent down slowly, tracing his finger on the dust. What he wrote, no one can say. Perhaps he wrote the names of the accusers. Perhaps he listed their hidden sins. Perhaps he was writing the word mercy. The silence grew louder than their shouts. When he finally stood, his eyes pierced the self-righteous crowd. "Let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone." The words hung in the air like a divine verdict. Silence. Conviction. Reality. One by one, the stones slipped from their hands. The oldest left first, their ears heavy with the memories of their own failures. The younger ones, too proud to admit their guilt at first, soon followed. When the last sandal faded into the distance, Jesus turned to the woman. There she stood, expecting death but receiving mercy. Expecting judgment but standing face to face with grace. His voice was not harsh. It was gentle, yet full of power. "Woman, where are your accusers? Has no one condemned you?" Her voice, barely above a whisper, trembled. "No one, Lord." And then came the most beautiful words ever spoken to a guilty heart. "Neither do I condemn you. Go now, and live your life of sin." The woman walked away not just free from the crowd, but free from the chains of her past. Grace had found her. Mercy had rewritten her story. The lesson. So many of us walk through life, carrying the weight of shame, guilt, and regret. Sometimes, the world is quick to raise stones against us, stones of judgment, criticism, and rejection. Sometimes, we even carry those stones in our own hands, condemning ourselves. But Jesus is different. He doesn't throw stones. He offers forgiveness. He offers freedom. He offers a new beginning. This story is not just about one woman's redemption, but about all of us. No matter how dark your past, no matter how deep your failure, there's a Savior who will stand beside you, silence your accusers, and invite you into grace. Mercy triumphs over judgment. James 2 verse 13. When the world has given up on you, Jesus still writes your future in the dust of second chances.